What up, though? What's going on this morning? Beautiful, beautiful morning here in Detroit. Uh, I hope it's even more beautiful where you at, wherever you at. Uh, y'all know how it is with me. Uh, I open my eyes. It's a great day, and it either goes up or goes down from that point on. But if I wake up on the right side of the bed, you know, ain't no going down. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple more seconds, minutes, or whatnot. See what's going on this morning. You did? Do you dig? Can you dig it? We're gonna talk about the Matrix this morning. We're gonna talk about these clowns. They keep on pretending to be believers in God or Christ when they really just believers in themselves. And I'm gonna give you a couple hints to recognize, uh, so that you can see what I mean for yourself, because it happens every day. Let's come on through. Come on through. Come rap with your boy. You did. Come rap with your boy. Ooh. Got nothing but a little truth to kick it about. That's about it. Holla at you about a few of the actual factuals you did. Other than that, it's beautiful for me. I just you live and you learn. And in this little short period of time, I've been 45 years old. I learned something. Well, let me rephrase that. I learned a lot in these few days. Um, Not gonna really voice what I learned, but I am gonna move like I learned it. Just something to take into consideration. Because one thing, I want to put out there: if you with me and someone comes along and spends some type of words or stories about me and you believe them, and you stop being with me based off what somebody else say, stay away from me. Quit coming around me like we cool. We not cool. If you with me and you got my back and somebody comes along, lies on me, taint our relationship, and the relationship is only tainted because you choose to say you down with me with your mouth, but your actions show different, just stay away from it. It won't cost you nothing. Save you some time, save you some valuable time. Just stay away. Ain't no hard feelings, no none of that. Because my thing is, if you keep coming around me and I saw what I saw, and I see what I see, I'm going to expose you eventually. I'm going to expose you for the fake character you are. So just stay from around me. People that was down for me, that turned on me, you won't hear me go behind their back, especially on those social media, trying to dog walk them. I won't do that. I let them do that. I'm a hood nigga, but one with class. One with class. Now, if you was a man and I had a problem with you, yeah, I'd say something to you. You know, yeah, maybe, we get off into a little tangle or scuffle or something. Other than that, I'm about to go talk about you to nobody else. Care if I know you are gonna hear it. That ain't the way I work. I'm gonna just expose you. You keep coming around me, keep showing your face, because I'm gonna stay from around you. I'm a sensitive nigga. You down with me, I'm down with you. But you turn your back on me for a lie. You turn your back on me because somebody said this and you believe them. Ain't no get back to me. Ain't no, is this true? Ain't no none of that. Just straight up your actions show you believe a lie. Just go on. Move. And don't come back. You might be missed, maybe, probably not. But hey, the show must go on. It don't stop. That deception thing, man, it goes a long way, man. I was a master practitioner. And the thumbnail to this live, says it all. It's like you can't stop. Once you start the deception, you got to create other avenues, other wormholes, because the deception is going to be revealed eventually. So when that revealing come along, you got to have a whole nother tunnel, a whole nother warp, a whole nother gate to go through to make that first lie, that first deception seem real. I was looking at a video about the beginnings of Prince Hall Masonry. And the video I was looking at, one of the dudes was being crowned. I guess he was being crowned some type of big chief over here or whatnot. And the guy talked about how he seen his pops and them dress up and do their thing and, sometimes put on the black and white suits and go out on the town or whatnot. And, he was looking at it and he was in awe. And he couldn't wait for his chance to do what he seen his father do. You understand? And this was a person in the South. What up, though, IB? Peace this morning. Grew up in the South. And one of the things the brother said was it was like shoving racist. It was like getting even with racist white people. And when I heard him say that, it was like the first thing that popped into my head is like deception. Because here you are spreading their word, or should I say their philosophies, spreading their philosophies, and you think you got a toehold because you're one of the quote unquote colored people that don't get pushed around by police. Well, I if I could have had a conversation with that man, I would have told that man, hey, you're still kissing the ass and ring finger of the said white man you're so-called trying to get even with. Religion, deception. Color, deception. All of it deception. All of it Babylon the Great. See, when you think of Babylon, quit thinking just religion. Babylon the Great, the mystery, what they call religion, is prevalent in all walks of our life. It's politics, it's social, it's I said politics. It's I'm gonna say this anyway. It's business. It's everything. It's I tell you what, all the practitioners end up either destroying or trying to destroy each other. There is no peace with Babylon. Babylon tries to come into the fray, come into your life as a helper. Try to come into your life as a provider, protector. But in all actuality, it's a deceit, it's a deception. They get you off into this black and white thing, you're done. They get you off, they program you to see black and white. They program you to see color, you're done. And let me explain myself what I mean by you're done. I've been a victim of racism in prison, out of prison. I've seen it with my own eyes. I felt it. Do I like it? Hell no. Did I get upset, angry, want to hurt somebody? Yes. Especially when I was in my early teen, my latter teens in prison. Oh, absolutely. But when I got into my mid-20s, I started to recognize something. I started to recognize where the programming began for me to start disliking white people. See, when I got out of prison, when I was in prison up north, like a year or so before I came home, I studied the Bible with a brother from the Kingdom Hall. And this brother was what they would call white, right? And this brother, we got to know each other over a year and a half or whatnot. And the brother heard I was coming home, and the look on the telling the brother I'm a F up. I always mess stuff like this up, blah, blah, blah. And brother, hey man, woo, woo, woo. Tell you what, you get up out of here. I'm coming to swoop you up, take you all the way to Detroit. I know you like to eat. I know some parts up here you ain't seen. If you want to, man, I go take you sightseeing. We stop at whatever restaurant you see on your way home. You want to stop in. If I see something that I want you to try, we're going to stop. Blah, blah, blah. And that motivation kind of sort of helped me. Sort of kind of helped me stay straight. Because one thing a person to tell you that's been in prison, they get a parole. Walking that parole down is the hardest time you could ever do. It's like when you talk about your worst enemy, you start to realize that, because you're the only one that can mess that up, really. Somebody can try to set you up and all that, but you have to put your hand in the cookie jar. So my day came, and this brother, everything he said he was going to do, he did it. Not only that, the brother stayed the weekend. I got out on a Thursday. The brother stayed the weekend. I'm talking about we shot ball. We hung like wet clothes. Hung. You hear me? And I questioned myself, y'all. I said, now I know I'm supposed to hate this other color, but why? Why? And I asked that question to quite, a lot of people. I socialize with a lot of people. And, I will always get this drawback about what happened in the past and the civil rights, equal rights, and this, that, and the other. I will always get that, right? I will always get the the history about what them sicking dogs, that same one video they show about them sicking dogs on young black people, I get the rituals. That's what you call it, the rituals, because you see certain things and it just spark up emotion in you. And that's what it's meant to do. So you bite off into that apple and it open a whole nother parallel universe for you. In this universe, you see everything, but the stuff that's right in front of you, you don't see it no more. So here I am, I'm out here job hunting, and I'm running for the bus, right? I'm running for the bus, and I'm like, man, I'm far distance from a bus. But if a bus driver paying attention to me, they can see me running towards the bus. Big old parking lot, not too many people privy to what I'm talking about in Sterling Heights, Detroit. Big old parking lot in Myers, and I'm coming out of Myers from an interview, and I'm on my way home. I don't make this bus. I got to wait a whole nother hour for another bus, right? So I see the bus like a block away down, heading up Van Dyke, and I just start running. And I realize I'm going to miss the bus, but I'm already in stride, so I'm running. This bus driver saw me, pulled over, waited on me, get me on the bus, right? Quote unquote white guy, right? Thank you. I'm young as hell. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Woo. Oh, ain't no problem. So I get all the way to Detroit. Sterling Heights, nice little distance from Detroit. I get all the way to Detroit. The Van Dyke and Gratiot, the DOT bus sitting right there. All I got to do is get off this bus, and probably about 20 feet, I'm hopping on another bus. So I get to the bus, to the doorway of the bus. The dude closed the door in my face and pulls off. It's a black guy. From that day forward, I stopped seeing color. And a lot of people say, man, that little situation, that ain't nothing. Listen, that was enough for me. That was enough for me to know that program, I'm not feeling that one. I'm not feeling that one bit. To be honest with you guys, and I'm just being honest, it always been funny to me because I was never raised racism, in a racist atmosphere. My mama never walked around. I had a single parent. She never walked around talking about cracker and peckerwood, and she never walked around doing that type of thing. She always made sure we know it was a difference, but she never bashed a person for their color, and including Arabs and Chinese, which we were around a lot of them in Detroit. Never bashed people for their nationalities, never. So when I got out into the world and then I finally experienced it for myself, the shit was hilarious to me. See, I always knew, from definition what a nigger was. And the definition never said black. It never said highly melanated. The definition was clearly an ignorant person. An ignorant person. So when I say nigga on this platform, only the people that's privy to the type of level I resonate on know what I'm talking about, and it ain't got nothing to do with color. Our people, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. Black people, our people always doing this, that, and the other. What do you mean our people? See, this is why I tell you, I don't classify myself as black or African American. I don't put that on my applications. I don't tell nobody that's what I am. Listen, I was born in America. That's what I am. I'm an American. I'm an American, period. That's what my ID say. That's what any of my paperwork say. It's American made, okay? So that's the only thing I rotate off of. So they categorize you, right? Your people, our people, we do this type of stuff, and it's a learn. Congratulations to whoever put this propaganda out here, because they have made a whole society of Uncle Ruckuses, female and male Uncle Ruckuses. I've never seen racism against black people more than I've seen black people act racist around black people or towards black people. There's no white entity in this world besides our government that have shown me more hate towards black people, quote unquote, black people, than black people. Period. I haven't seen it anywhere. I've heard a word. I've heard a person say nigger. I heard a person say, get out of our neighborhood. You're not welcome here. I've heard all that. I've heard the words. But I'm speaking on action. I'm speaking on physicalities. I've never seen more racism toward the black man than from the black community, period. And you want to talk about Moors? You want to talk about the Nation of Islam? You want to talk about this stuff? Tell me one white group, quote unquote white group, the Nation of Islam have stood up against. Oh, you want to go further than that? Tell me one group of white people the Moors have stood up to. But listen, while you're tongue-tied on those questions, you won't be tongue-tied on this one. Now, let's say how many blacks have they reached out and touched for being disrespectful or speaking on these people in the wrong way. Tell me that. What up, CC? What up with you this morning, young star? Leon Trotsky was the first to count the term racism during the Jewish Bolshevik Revolution. It was used to divide the people all the time. All the time. See, if I'm at the top, IB, if me and you sitting like big fat rats at the top, IB, and we got a whole lot of idiots around us, people that's just getting wait to be told what to do, what better for us to do than cause them to go after each other so they won't even think about what we doing? What better way to do this? And that's what this racism thing all about. See, the racism thing, it kind of shows you the validity of scripture. Does that sound crazy? It kind of shows you the validity of scripture. What's up, young Brizzle? What's up this morning, man? The young brother was asking about you, man, a couple days ago, man. You good? I told him you was all good, but I told him I hadn't talked to you. What better thing to do than cause confusion against the have-nots, so that the haves can keep not just having what I got right now, but can have what you got once your dumb asses kill each other off? What better solution than that? People, the white man, listen, dog. I'm not the one telling you that there's not a such thing as racism in this world. What I'm telling you is that it was created by the people that make our laws today. It was created, it's being maintained, and they make sure they feed this monster quarterly. They make sure you see it on the news. They make sure you see it in your entertainment. They make sure you see it. They make sure you feed off of it. They make sure it's a distraction wherever you go. These are the things that told me something isn't right. These are the things that told me, is this really reality? Like me looking on the news yesterday, and the starting story on the news was a dog getting attacked by another dog. Really, let me take a breath. In Detroit, really. The Moors were heavily involved in the transatlantic slave trade. Absolutely. The Moors were even given legal protection here. Absolutely. I was going to get to that here in America, so they wouldn't be put into slavery. And not only that, remember, our system is fueled by prisons. We have the highest prison population than the whole world. And no, I'm not talking about from state to state, country to country, continent to continent. What I'm saying is all of the prison systems combined in the world, the United States prison system has them beat. It's the bloodline of America. It's the prison system. Okay? So when they allow these people to run free, when you get a chance, I'd be anybody that's interested, check out this channel called UBTV. UBTV, excellent content creator, excellent. And what I like about these content creators that I mess with, they're not religious people. And I find that as a strength to not be religious or to not buy into the Bible. I find that as a strength because their lack thereof makes me an even stronger believer in the Bible. And once they hear what they say and what they report, I strongly believe that eventually they will be also. See, that's the thing about allowing people to walk their path. See, if you allow somebody to walk their path, 9 times out of 10, they're going to end up standing side by side by you, especially if they're lovers of truth. They're not just trying to be petty and get their way and find excuses to do dumb shit. If they're really looking for truth, they're going to eventually be right by your side. People want to talk about racism. One only needs to look at Planned. Oh, come on, IB. You still in my show, dog. You coming with some bars this morning, dog. Yeah, man. That's what I said, though, IB. We don't see the stuff that's right in our face. Once we fall into their little traps, their little snares, and they got them set up all around, how you know them is because they're usually, not saying usually, what they do is control both sides. They come with the issues, and then they come with the solution. Then they come with the rhetoric from both sides to make it seem like they're really at war with each other, but really they're in the same brotherhood. The cartoon Boondocks did a skit on this some years back with Rollo Goodlove, with Reverend Goodlove. Beautiful telltale type cartoons, because a lot of the things that happen in the Matrix happen on the screen first. Always happen on the screen first. It's funny to me that the 3 Abrahamic religions are all Middle Eastern made. Oh no, I ain't gonna be able to do that, CC. ACC, I did see you were the inspiration for this because I did see your ring, but do you remember when my phone went out on me and I wasn't even able to use it? I don't know how to check my minutes on this phone to know if I'm about to run out. This that government phone. I still ain't found my phone that I pay $70 a month bill on. Still ain't found that phone. What's up, buddy Lee? What up, man? Me and my son got on. I gotta hook you up with my son, buddy Lee. If you gonna get into this gameplay. My son beat me up last night on the Madden, man. Caught me slipping on the Madden last night. My oldest boy called me out the blue, talking about some let's get out. I ain't wanna make it seem like I was running from him, so I got down. I started to quit early, man, but I came back just to give it away. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that part out, CC. But yeah, let me, cause my computer ain't got the best of charge on it neither, y'all. So I got some things to talk about too. And you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get it off. I'm gonna get it off because if I don't get it off, I had a conversation with an associate of mine. You know, I wouldn't dare call him a friend. And this associate just so happened to be somebody that I wired up on the knowledge of the one true God. I don't mess with ID. I don't mess with nothing but this. Your wife got access to me. IB, whenever you wanna get at me, man, we can be kicking it. Your wife been had access to me. You know that. That's for both of y'all. That's both of y'all linked. Y'all both in the same kingdom. That's both of y'all linked to me. Whenever you, it's on there. And I tell this brother, hey, you represent the Most High. When you represent the Most High, you don't go right behind there and put your hand in shit. Forgive my language this morning. And this individual giving me every excuse to partake in satanic rituals. He giving me every excuse in the world. Yet and still, I don't get no reason for still participating in it that make sense. That makes sense. It don't make sense. Listen, if you're a person that get down with the Bible like I do, and you read the history about Sodom and Gomorrah, and when those angels reported to Lot, said, hey, get out this city, hey, y'all move and don't look back, and the only person that looked back was the wife, and the wife, at least in the days of Jesus Christ, was still standing there dead, a block of salt, right? What do you think the Bible is trying to communicate to us? Because all scriptures are inspired by God for reproving, for setting things straight. So if we're getting a message from this, what message are we getting? Are we getting, hey, leave this place, but go back and stick your hands in there when it's convenient for you? Or are we getting flee from this place or die? Right, CC. Lot's wife. What do we get from that? And you know something? You give me about another. If I don't take too long, I am gonna drop it because I ain't gonna. I'm gonna have enough juice to hold a couple conversations at least. But yeah. So listen. Every time I bring up this subject to him or her, And I always bring up the subject as a warning, because we can't know right from wrong and still do wrong and think that it's going to go unanswered. Everything we do in this world, everything is answered. So for you to be, he or she to be a believer in Christ and still do all the things that Christ tell us not to do, but a select few that we probably can and can't do, probably can't do no way, because we either lame as hell or we just can't do anyway. I tell a person like I see it. You worshiping yourself. You're not worshiping God. Self-worship is devil worship. Period. This person, he or she, is under the delusion that because I'm celebrating it for this reason, that the reason it's been in existence for thousands of years don't count, because I'm doing it for this reason. Well, I'm letting you know, he or she, that you're dead wrong. And you will suffer. See, one thing the Bible tells us is that the teachers of the Bible, when they're judged, their judgment will be a lot more harsh than the unbeliever. So when I cut into a person in this fashion, it's not to make him feel bad. It's not to flex my muscles and show how much I know. It's a warning for the well-being of that person and their family. Lord forbid this type of person has a family, because when he go down, 9 times out of 10, he or she is going to take the whole family down with him. And if it's a he, and if he's the head of his household, he's going to take his whole family down with him. I tell you what, look at it this way. If Noah didn't build that ark, wouldn't he and his family have died? If Noah didn't build the ark, and it's just for the sake of conversation, would it be safe for us to know that if Noah didn't listen to God, that he would not have survived the deluge? So you got to look at it the other way around as well. He saved his family. He listened to God. And in turn, when he listened to God, he saved his whole family. Not only his whole family, or should I say his sons and his wife, he saved the lives of his sons' wives as well. So not only did he save his family, his immediate family, he saved the people his sons loved as well. See, we can't look at it one way, man. If we were made in, one particular way, and we wasn't made to, do everything up under the sun, yeah. But we're sophisticated people. We do things our eyes can't even believe sometimes. People keep sticking their hands in the viper pit and wonder why they keep getting bit. And it's really, what we have when we have situations like that, if people that got their head stuffed in their ass, because they only see what they see. They don't see the big picture. They're only trying to get self-worship, self-praise for themselves. That's why I disassociated myself with a lot of people, because that's my attitude way before this internet came along. I want to be seen. I want to be looked at as even more a bigger person than I'm really in, or than I really am. I want to be noticed. I look at that attitude and I get sick on the stomach, because that's not what I'm here for. Some of my favorite YouTubers are that way, but that's not my fight. That's not the reason for my existence. My existence is totally different. I've had the displeasure of seeing people hurt themselves and get hurt, and it wasn't on purpose. Some of these things were honest mistakes. Some of these things were people being at the wrong place at the wrong time. So my thing is this: I want to be that voice you hear before you do anything that will compromise your peace of mind, your freedom, and your well-being, especially if you have a family. Yeah, it may come off tough. It may come off while I'm talking snappy and sounding like I'm being disrespectful, but if that gets your attention, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get your attention. So if you hear that snappy talk and it motivates you to come at me, type in my chat, I believe that's for a reason. And if it's my opinion, it's a good reason, because I know you heard me. Just because a person come up and tell you, hey man, you got snot on your goddamn chin, don't mean they trying to disrespect you. Some people just like seeing other people shine. Some people just like seeing other people look as good as they look. It's not all the way, all the time disrespect just because you don't like the way a person look or a person say it in a messed up fashion. And if you the type of person that take negativity out of everything said, then you need to do a self-evaluation of yourself, because you could be missing out on a whole lot of information. Quit being a fucking woman, grow some balls, and take that shit on the chin like real men do. Y'all see me come out the house with coal in my eye? Don't hesitate. Don't laugh and tap the nigga next to you. Let me know. And it's okay to be aggressive. Hey, nigga, you mean to tell me you didn't walk past your bathroom, past probably at least one mirror, and you didn't see all that shit on your face? Nigga, did you even wet the towel and wash your face? Listen, when you grown and you supposed to know better, why are you getting mad at people for reproving you? Why are you trying to make up every excuse to do the opposite of what you represent? Oh, well, I didn't do this as a child, so I'm gonna make sure my child. So you gonna make sure your child grow up under the same demonic teachings that your ass was up under before you found out about the one true God? And you call that love? Nigga, you pathetic. You're pathetic. And mind you, y'all, I'm not speaking to the people that don't believe what I believe. I'm not speaking to you. I mean, no disrespect if you on the path and you don't know what's what and you don't know how when you say, hey, I don't believe in that book. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people that undoubtedly know that that book is pure and unadulterated truth. That's who I'm speaking to. And I know, listen, I value the opinion of the one true God way more than I value the opinion of my kids. See, Jesus Christ even told us, if you love your child more than you love me, you're not worthy of me. So how much more would God feel that way? When I seen that I was actually living in the matrix, That this sick feeling I get every now and again that tell me something ain't right, something wrong with this. And when I felt that, and when I had proof of that, me grooming my sons to play sports, because that's the one thing they always let us know. Your sons over a certain height, or they're over a certain weight, or they play, they're meant to play sports. No doctor, no no creator, not a rocket scientist, not a carpenter. Basketball, football. That's all you know how to do. Catch a ball and put a ball through a hole, or run with a ball. That's our greatest accomplishments. And niggas think everything's sweet. That's our greatest accomplishment. Did you see the way he caught that ball? Did you see the way he put that ball through the hoop? Wow. This is amazing. This right here should help save the world. Should feed all the homeless people. Help all these mentally ill people by putting a ball through a hoop. When I realized that a person like a doctor, like a person that builds skyscrapers, and I mean a person that really get his hands dirty, make way less than a person that shoots a ball through a hoop, a person that runs 100 yards. When I realized that our society, that this was supposed to be a reality in our society, I started looking for truth. Now, here you go. Now, I've seen the jobs that police do. Having to stand over dead bodies for hours, investigating gruesome crime scenes where people that had their head blowed off with 12-gauge shotguns, people that been ran over with trucks, people blown up in gas explosion. Police got to sit there, secure the situation, look at this stuff for hours. Firefighters. And you mean to tell me a nigga that know how to throw a ball holds more importance in this world than a person that actually saved lives? And everybody think everything is sweet. Nobody feels like something is wrong. Wow. So a damn doctor who handles little bitty things like veins, slippery things like connective tissues, intestines, and stuff like that inside the human body, get paid way less than a nigga that know how to dribble a ball. Wow. Wow, that's powerful, CC. That's powerful, man. That is powerful, man. And I'm the only one that see me and a select other few people are the only people that see something wrong. And then I'm tired of people, these celebrities die. The celebrities, people that we wouldn't know if they wasn't put in front of our face and played on the radio or on TV, right? And then people say, what's they sacrifice? Listen, that person is under contract. No matter what he is. Why are you trying to figure out what happened to somebody that already belongs to some type of entity? Haven't these people came out enough and told us that this type of lifestyle that all of us are seeking ain't what it's supposed to be, ain't what it appears to be? Ain't these people been saying this shit since I was a kid? and I'm 45 years old. Ain't they been telling us this? Then you get these grown people, you get people as old as me asking the question, was it a sacrifice? First of all, do it make sense? Do it make sense? See, let's talk about square one before we go ahead and hop to square 10. Do it make sense? See, I know people in the hood that I guess you could say celebrity status, you know. They have big entourages, a lot of money gets spent, right? Plenty of arguments. But what will make a person just decide to shoot up another man, and this other man is bringing money, bringing females, bringing his presence? He's coming swinging down low, whereas low budget niggas at, to make us feel good because he feel good. How many of us is trying, even in my most gruesome days, how many of us was trying to rob that nigga? How many of us was trying to do any type of harm to him? But all of a sudden we get to this new age, and yeah, I know things different, but at the same time, ain't nothing new up under the sun. So you get this supposed to be rich, and I'm telling y'all, man, this is something y'all gotta pay attention to. If you sign a contract with me, Christ Counsel, and you belong to me under this contract, and you're promised millions of my dollars, why would these people think that I don't have you followed? I don't have bodyguards. I don't have protection around you, protecting you and protecting my investment at all times. Why are we so ignorant to the way this world works? When you go to basketball games, don't you see security and real police officers lined up all around that basketball court? And for some reason, some crazy reason, y'all think that it's any different when those high profile players leave the basketball court? I ain't talking about the $100,000 man. They ain't got no, even though they got them followed too. But they don't hold as much prestige as a $100 million person, as a person that's supposed to be buku rich. Athletes have been working on their craft since infancy. The amount of hours dedicated and physical strain placed on the body, most people wouldn't survive one day, let alone it all their life. And I'm in total agreement with that. I'm in total agreement with that. But ask yourself, if you born and you've been doing this since infancy, once you get to a certain age, or should I say, once you get past a certain amount of years, the things that used to be difficult for you ain't difficult no more. Yeah, I've never been a professional, but I used to throw a football so much where I started to be able to make it, throw the football through a tire hoop from 30, 40 yards away. And I've never been a good thrower. Never been. Guy that I follow, Zachary K. Hubbard, on a gematria tip. He tells us a story about how he used to play baseball and how easy it was for him after a period of time to throw balls through the little setup that he had. You know, because me and him used to go back and forth on the validity on what happens in these sports games. Like, for instance, I see defenses allowing these wide receivers Tight ends, I see them standing back and watching them, allowing them to catch a lot of these passes. And I know game speed. I played high school game speed. And we talk about pros. The pros move way fast. We're talking about the best of the best from all over the country and sometimes all over the world. You think that when they do their combine and they're trying to see who's strong and who got the height and who can run, you think they getting the worst people or do you think they getting the best people? Yeah, I know you play Madden and you see some of these guys that got a 68 rating and barely can even move. Yeah, I know you see that. But do you see that when they do the combines on TV on ESPN? Do you actually see them getting the best players or the worst? Now, ask yourself this. What do you believe? Do you believe what you see with your own eyes? Or do you believe what they show you on paper after they done did what they doing? Come on now. What do you see? So I'm going to hold this combine and I'm going to actually grab a guy out of the combine that can't jump, that can't run, and weak as hell. Some people, when they go to the pros, they kind of camera shot. No. See, they make sure they break you before you even get to the pros. See, the fact of the matter is college football, depending on where you at, they hold way more people than the pros. They entertain way more people than any pro team. Way more. So when they talk about them big lights and a whole lot of people kind of throw people into panic mode, no. They make sure you got all that out the way before they even recruit you from college. Yeah. You become a professional. There are people who have been working on the construction site for a month, a year. Then there are people who have been working there for 20 years. Fact. There's a clear distinction between professionals and someone who's doing it leisurely. Well, you got some people that's smart enough to turn their hobbies into their profession. And what's said about them type of people, that they never work a day in their life. Like you got some people that enjoy driving. And they go into the business of being a truck driver. So you or I, we look at it like, oh, this person got to go over, this person going to work, but they looking at it like, hey, I'm about to go have some fun. Well, having the delusion thinking you accomplished something and you really haven't accomplished nothing is how I can explain these secret societies. Whenever I talk about delusion, y'all, whenever I talk about deception, I always got to bring up the secret societies because we shouldn't be abusive towards every person that belongs to these secret societies. And let me explain why. Do y'all remember? And I invite y'all, make sure y'all go check out UBTV. It was an interview done with a young man. Well, he's not young anymore. He's older than me. But he was a young man at the time. And he sat there and he looked at the older people around him participate in this. He never seen any bloodshed out of it. He never seen nobody get hurt. They always appeared to look like they was having a good time. And he waited and licked his chops for the day where he can participate in this with his father. So everything from that point and in between is a delusion. He already got his mind set up. He don't care nothing about no Baphomet. He don't care nothing about those stars representing fallen angels. He don't care nothing about the philosophies of Masonry or Rosicrucians. He don't know. The only thing he know is that he's looking forward to it. He's been seeing this being done for decades. And he can't wait to be grown enough or old enough to participate. Why? Because his father is a participant. And he had to be of some type of high authority, because this son that I'm speaking about, he was being crowned during the interview. So listen, a lot of us don't know that we're being deceived. That's why the Most High have to breathe life into people like myself. I'm nothing. I've told y'all more than I possibly can that I'm nobody and ain't trying to be nobody. Ain't trying to hold no. At one time in my life, I couldn't say what I'm telling you right now. One time in my life, I was the shit. I was the best thing going. I don't feel that way no more. After living a lie predominantly my whole life, the majority of my life, I actually feel like a numbskull most days when I see certain things that were done right in my face, and it took all the way up to now for me to see it for what it really is. Like before Higher Learning came out, y'all, and I heard a white person say nigga, it was funny to me. It was real entertaining to me. It was, especially if they come with that real sharp one, like Boy did at the beginning of that Walking Dead series. Oh man, that dude was so funny to me. But when Higher Learning came out, and you seen Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes them get extremely pissed off when them white boys say nigga, and it was like an attitude, like, oh, that's what we supposed to do. And then you see that attitude shared by everybody. And it was crazy to me, because you just got finished calling this dude a nigga. I'm pretty sure the person that just called you a nigga probably heard you say it 1,000 times. But you want to take and kill, possibly catch a case, possibly kill this person for repeating the same words to you that you just called somebody else? Wow. Salute to whoever, and I know it's our, government, but congratulations, because you turned the whole quote unquote Black, African, whatever these people categorize themselves as, into a world class of Uncle Ruckuses, Auntie and Uncle Ruckuses. They don't have none. They don't see human behavior. They see Black behavior. Blacks is the creator, quote unquote, Blacks is the creator of every stupid goddamn thing you see. Ain't no white person do it first. Ain't no Mexican person do it first. Ain't no Russian person do it first. Ain't no Middle Eastern person do it first. No, it was the Black people. And me as a Black person, I can say this. But that person, that white, IB can't say this. Some of the most hypocritical, stupidest, dumbest shit I've ever heard. And I will never entertain him. And I will always call it out if I feel like getting a little bit beefy on this platform. I hate hearing it. My people, your people. So you mean to tell me a nigga like ZX or Tyra is my people? Oh, because they got the same skin color, huh? Nigga, please. I could never. Well, they just do this on the internet. Listen, my people wouldn't even do it on the internet. I don't care what excuse you got. Listen, my people, there's way more bigger things at stake than be trying to take down, belittle, in the least, your own motherfucking brother. There's too many games at play. There's too many targets on our head as soon as we come into this world for me to be trying to take down somebody that I know in real life and I know that ain't no better than me. I want to take him and his family down, or her and her family down. You understand? And then talk about our people is so this and so that. You niggas crazy. Oh, I can do all this fuck shit to my people, but this white guy can't do it. Nigga, you stay away from me. You niggas think stupid like that, stay the hell away from me. That's some of the most hypocritical shit I ever heard. And then niggas wondering, this person crazy, we got mental illness. Hell yeah, you have mental illness, believing this shit that they got us believing. Got a nigga that ain't nowhere near black calling himself black. Got a nigga who ain't never seen Africa on the map talking about he African American. And y'all don't see something wrong? Wow. Wow. I can go to school and be a doctor still today. There's no amount of training I could do to make it to the NBA or NFL. Right. Well, you got to be born in the right bloodline. You got to have the right bloodline. See, all these players we see are descendants of other players, movie stars, congressmen. And why wouldn't they be? Who else can afford to send their kids to get all type of training at an early age but rich motherfuckers? Why wouldn't they be? It's like we see stuff but pretend we don't see it. If Walter Payton had 20 kids, the most highest paid or prestigious running back at one period of time in the NFL, why wouldn't his kids, if they want to play sports like daddy, why wouldn't they be on the field today? Or his grandkids? Bird, Jordan. And to be honest with you, what Jordan about 60 something, which would make Kobe probably a year younger than me. 9 times out of 10, that's that nigga daddy. A lot of these stars that's in the league now, daddies have played the game and still commentate the game. They're not gonna come out and tell you. You got to have common sense. Look at their names. We calling out the same names we was calling out in the 70s. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. We're calling the same names. Go back and look at an old game. And then if you want to go a little bit further, if you digging all off in these sports stars' ass, look at their faces. Look at their faces. Look how much Cam Newton, which is why they made him grow all them predator-looking ass braids. Look at the resemblance with him and Henry P. Newton. The resemblance is phenomenal. They're not going to tell you who LeBron daddy is. They're going to give you some made-up character, just like they did Cam Newton. a nigga that don't look nothing like him and say, hey, that's his daddy. And just like a good little niglet, you gonna believe it. And you gonna argue me down and probably bust my head when I disagree with you. At least try to bust my head and disagree with me. What up, though, Slapper? That's what's gonna happen. That's why I tell y'all, and people be like I'm playing with words or something when I say I'm not religious. When I say I'm not black, I'm not. Look at what categories these crazy, weird ass niggas that associate themselves with religion. Look what kind of category they in. Now, when you look at black people and them advertised black people, now it's got a gay overtone to the shit. Have y'all peeped that out? I seen a little ad, a little feed on my YouTube, and it says something making it while black, and they got two girls hugged up with each other. Y'all probably gonna see it. Y'all mess with me, y'all probably gonna see it on y'all YouTube feed. So now, you know, people think that the civil rights movement was about color. I keep telling y'all, man, these people don't believe in no fucking color, man. They worship black men. That holiday that's coming up in December is attributed to a black man. They don't want you to know the Bible, but the Bible tell you that this black man actually lived and walked the earth. He actually was the creator of Babylon. He was the architect of the Tower of Babel. And when we get to December 24th, 25th, the majority of the world is going to be celebrating that black man. Since y'all want to talk about color, they're going to be celebrating that black man. These people don't care nothing about color. They care something about taking you down with them. That's why when you see black anything now, Black Lives Matter is going to be associated with gay shit. This is their way of getting us to accept, and this is their way to keep us feuding with each other. Because they know predominantly black people ain't going for that shit once they start getting a whiff of what they're being associated with and what they're being tied to. Gay shit. Even though we're being passive, we're not trying to be combative, we're trying to show these people, hey, go ahead and walk your path. You gay today, that don't mean you're going to be gay tomorrow. Just like you straight today don't mean you're going to be straight tomorrow. Walk your path. But it's like the more we stand off and allow these people to do their thing, it's like somebody taking your kindness for weakness. It's like the more you do that and allow these people to move how they gonna move, the more they want to shove their way of life in your throat and then associate you with their way of life because you're not trying to step on their balls. And then when you do step up to it, you might as well be attacking the Jews out here. And to be honest with you, it's only going down because these people are known to deal in sodomy. They study the Talmud, the Talmud. Sodomy is not a non-religious. It don't cause you to lose track with whatever they believe in. It's legal. So the only reason you seeing these people being thrown up like this is because the people that own this stuff behind the scenes, they're butt buddies. They're into this shit. And they want to take every son of a bitch that fall into their trap down with them. See, remember, Satan is a prosecutor. He's a prosecutor. Remember how he was reporting to God in Job? He said his role ain't stopped. And every day, however they accumulate their days, accounted every day, they're reporting to God. And what he's doing, he's taunting God. See, this is the only way Satan can hurt God, is by hurting his creation, especially those who have godly devotion, at least some form of it. Satan love coming back to God and saying, hey, look what I got this dude doing. Look what I got her doing. Ha 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 ha. I told you. He's the prosecutor. So whenever you doing something you know you ain't got no business doing, trust me, he's there and he's trying to pull you deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Just so, hey, you see niggas do it on here all the time. I told you. I told you. Didn't I say they was going to do that? Didn't I say he was going to do that? I told you. You see it all the time on here. All the time. See, don't forget, Satan's been thrown out of his home, but he still holds an audience. He's still in position to turn more angelic brothers against the Most High. Just like he's in position to turn human beings, he's in position to turn his kind away as well. So don't get it twisted. And as long as you don't believe in his existence, he ain't got no problem with that. But listen, he's too arrogant to just allow you to just keep going on thinking that. He always got to show his hand in some form of fashion because he likes to be seen. He's in the position he's in because he craves worship. That's why if you was to research the machinations of the devil, his people move just like him. His physical people move just like him. No different. No different. And even when they attempt to be meek, they're showing their fingerprints. They got to let you know. They want to be humble, but they can't. They want to be humble, but they can't help but to blow their trumpet and let you know who they are, that they had something to do with this or that and the other. Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all. I got a whole lot more stuff to talk about. I promise you I do. I promise you I do. But I've been doing this, talking for 118. If I can get done early enough, because I'm hitting the streets today, man. I ain't hit the streets yet. I turned 45 about a week ago, and I ain't hit the streets hard yet. Just because I ain't get my hair cut where I wanted to get it cut at. I had to settle for somewhere else, so I just decided, no, I'm good. But today, y'all, I'm hitting them streets. I'm about to look for my other phone because I haven't looked for my other phone, y'all. I've been... But I will be hanging out. I will be rotating. I will be seeing who's up and who want to kick the bobos while I'm in the midst of cleaning up and looking for my stuff, man. So appreciate y'all for pulling up. But I do got some conversation pieces that I got to get out, man, because they've been burning me, but I just been wanting to make sure I can articulate things in a way where I'm not just understanding myself. See, that's my purpose. I want to help others to understand where I'm coming from, because I know I be sounding crazy on a lot of these issues, but I need you understand, to see where I'm coming from. And the only way I can get that done is by making sure I articulate the things that I'm trying to get out. Make sure I articulate it in a way where everybody, those that's concerned, can understand. So my warning to the people that bagged away from me, maybe it was because of a lie. Maybe it don't matter. But if you love me or got love for me, and somebody's saying something about me, whether it's about my past, something I did in the past, whether it's something I said recently or did recently, if that makes you turn away from me, get the fuck on and don't look back. May like Lot's wife and don't look back. Please, for your sake. Because I'm the type of person once, if I get to a certain state and it appeared like you trying to play with me, it appeared like, you're using me out of convenience in a negative way. And that's what paranoid people, have that feeling sometimes. I'm going to reach out. And I ain't going to say nothing nice. So let's just stay away from each other. Let's move on the way we've been moving. We don't need each other apparently because I'm still breathing. You still breathing. Let's just move on. And let's just try to stay out of each other's way. Anybody that's ever been down with me, you will never hear me say nothing wrong about you on this platform. Period. I got better things to do. I think that saving lives, to me, feel a whole lot better than taking lives. I really do. Especially when you got a conscience. When you got a conscience, it ain't so easy when you doing harm all day, every day. It ain't so easy to sleep at night. And I just so happen to have a conscience. So I don't do the screwy shit in no form or fashion. Yeah, you need to ask me something. I'm going to answer you straight up. If I got knowledge of it, and if it's about me, if we know each other, you can ask me anything. Other than that, I pray y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all day. It's 10:04 right now. I'm about to do a little retrospecting in my room. And then I'm going to turn on YouTube and see who's doing and saying what. Till I see y'all again, thank y'all for pulling up on me. I always appreciate, always honored that y'all take time out to come see and hear what I'm talking about, because the type of stuff I talk about, ain't too many people trying to hear it. So I'm honored and I'm very, very thankful for the pull up. Peace, y'all.